Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So I'm back again with another Alliance War video, and this time we are on path 9. So we didn't have any opponent on Aegis Heavy node, but on Aegis Intercept node we have Thor Ragnarok, and that is a guy you can see there often. And our game plan is fairly simple. Take in Corvus with Proximus Energy, intercept him, get auto-blocked. If he doesn't, perfect, you landed an intercept. If he does auto-block you, eat whatever hits he throws at you, because like that one combo max is not gonna kill you, and then knock him down. You're gonna have True Strike. Now that we have True Strike active, we just need to finish up landing our intercepts, and that's it. From there on out, the fight's pretty much sealed. So now we landed level 2. I did have some boost active from a dungeon run yesterday, and for this fight, since I wasn't running suicides, I just like put on a cosmic power boost, but realistically I probably didn't even need it. But aside from that, I'm not going to be using any boosts or whatever for the rest of the fight. So I finished my fight in section 1. At that point I typically go to sleep and wait till the next morning, because as we can see, the mini boss there, or if that's a mini boss, I don't even know, was still linked, so we didn't fight that. We woke up, he was taken care of, and basically the team was waiting over there to the mini bosses after section 1. So I had my eye on that Infinity War Iron Man. I had Corvus with True Strike active, 2 missions, perfect, and I'm about to go and basically take care of this guy. So we have True Strike active, so we don't have to worry about him auto-blocking us. We just need to finish off the fight. We do not have any boosts active. We didn't even bother putting on suicides. Yeah, because this is like an off-season war. I figured I should be more or less fine either way. Now there we notice that he is in fact actually running recoil, which is quite odd because we don't see poison on there, but so he's probably running half suicide setup. But yeah, so here fight's closing in to the end. We just need to launch our level 2 and it should be pretty much set and sorted. So we throw another heavy attack. He's at 30%. We launch our level 2 and it didn't kill him. So we just needed one more hit to finish him off. So that's a mini boss down right there. Very simple, very basic fight with Corvus. And then we are going to be moving on to the next fight, which is Mordo with reversed controls. And we have Corvus with True Strike active, so Mordo should be fairly easy time if we can get our handle around the reversed controls. However, typically I don't mind it too much. It used to be my path in AQ, so I had to fight like plenty of Dominos and other champions with reversed controls. So initially I like throw like a heavy attack or 2, just kind of find my footing, and then just start hitting him normally with 3-hit combos, because once your brain has had a bit of time to kind of get used to the fact that it is reverse controls, in fact, it's not too bad of a time. Now there is going to be one thing that kind of trips me up, because this isn't like fully reverse controls. The reverse controls are gonna expire. Now normally I'm running like suicides and or boosts and I'm done with the fight at this point. However, there I'm kind of a bit wary that expired, so it kind of threw me off, and I didn't notice that I ran out of glaive charges, which hadn't happened for quite a while, just because I mentioned I typically always use suicides when I run Corvus. But nonetheless, we took some hits to the face, but we finished off the fight with a level 2, and it wasn't anything too difficult. It was just kind of like a silly mistake that I was too focused about reverse controls expiring, and then my brain kind of started to rewire itself to kind of go back to normal controls, and I didn't pay attention to my glaive charges expiring. And now we have the thing with inverted controls as well. And for this fight, we're not going to do anything fancy. We're just going to keep it simple, breezy and cheerful. Heavy, parry, simple. Those controls are not reversed, so it is as any fight with Quake when you rely on your parries. This node doesn't have limber or stun immunity or anything like that, so it should be fairly easy time. The only thing is, again, we're not boosting or running suicide, so Quake's damage output is not what I'm typically used to, so the fight is going to take longer. but so long as we don't make too many mistakes, we still should be perfectly fine. Nothing too difficult over here either. I do not think this is like I could understand that Mordo was like fairly decent placement. Putting Thing on reverse controls, I don't know, I just think it is a bit of a waste, but well, here it is. So we're just gonna stick to our game plan. Heavy parry, watch his life drain away. So at this point we are about a minute in the fight. He's at 43%, so it's pretty much clear that it's gonna take about 2 minutes or close to 2 minutes to finish it off. So we're well within the time limit of the fight, and we have absolutely nothing to worry. We still have 89% of our health remaining, so perfect. Now, I will make up some slip-ups later on in this video, but we're just gonna have to wait and see for these. This fight was fairly basic. It's very simple to play Quake if you do not try to like fully evade all opponent's attacks, and yeah, in this case he doesn't really have limber on the node or stun immunity, so it's alright. It's nothing special for Quake. It's just the fact that we're not doing suicides, because I love Quake with suicides. I really like Quake without suicides, but it is definitely kind of like a step back in terms of damage. And now we have like close encounters Heimdall, which again should be fairly typical fight. So against close encounters, my game plan is always to parry as well, because that pretty much always will maximize the amount of time he's nearby you. Because if you do full dex evade all attacks, quite often they take like a step back, and then if you land a stun while they are trying to run away from you, you basically get the degen on you. So when you are using Quake against close encounters, that is what you want to do. You want to parry them. And as we saw there, he did end up kind of running away and getting stunned over there. So we just dropped our heavy charge, ran at him, tapped him once with a light attack, and started charging our heavy attack again nearby him. Now I am making some slip-ups in this fight. I don't know what started to happen. I was doing these fights at my like lunch break, and I was just starting to become messy. Like I don't know whether it was something about Heimdall's animations or whether it was just me paying more attention to my food on my lunch break, but that Heimdall did actually chop me a couple of times. But thanks to the close encounters, we actually total in this fight managed to net some health from that node. So the hits that we took do not feel as bad as they would otherwise, just because, as we can see here, we're slowly but surely regaining some health in this fight. So even though we did take some damage, it wasn't too bad. Like we managed to heal back up thanks to the node. And now we're gonna move on to the next fight. The next fight is gonna be Spider-Gwen. I think it's counter tactics and something on her. So it's counter tactics, special delivery, kinetic transference. So because of kinetic transference, we do need to make sure we fully evade all of her attacks so she doesn't get to level 1. Other than that, it's basic fight. We just need to heavy dex the entire fight. As we can see, this guy's still running suicide, so that's gonna help us chip her down quicker. And this fight for most part is gonna go perfect, but there is this thing I have started doing recently that kind of annoys me, and I drop my heavy attack sometimes when I kind of don't mean to, and I will end up eating a combo from this Spider-Gwen, but we will survive. However, that is going to end up in a really annoying consequence. We're going to see that in a second. So there we're awaiting everything Spider-Gwen throws at us, not a problem. She's nearly dead, and I think there's going to be like super quick slip up. Yep, I let go of my heavy attack, and she did knock me down to 22%, right? So it's not the biggest deal. We close out the fight, we're 22%. Everything's going fine, and then I decided that I will go for the fully immune the thing mini boss. And now there I lost a bit of footage, but what happened there was I took a hit in a block which dropped me again below 18%, and assassins screwed me over once again. So that's gonna be finally moral of the story, that even in these off-season wars I shouldn't try to cheap out. Just use a potion or two. Just don't go in at like 20% health with Quake, just because assassins is a thing, and this is like a second war in a row it has caught me. So note to myself, heal up a bit more. The no boosting bit or no suicide bit was fine. It was just me trying to cheap out in this war on potions. But so I did use like a small revive, popped in a couple of potions in Quake, we went back in there, and we're gonna finish this fight out just fine against fully immune thing. So not a problem there for Quake once again. And yeah, that will pretty much be it for today's video. I believe we just have this fight to finish. So hello to the BRJP. I know I have few subscribers from that alliance, and I hope you guys have a good season when it starts. And it was a nice war. The war is not over. The war is still ongoing, so I do not know the results. And as far as it goes for you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed some Quake gameplay, enjoyed watching me get hit in the face a tiny bit. And that will more or less be me done for today. So do not forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, share button, share it with your friends, alliance mates, with everybody. Hit all the buttons, and I am going to catch you guys soon. See ya.